Alright. Oh, so just wait until everything looks like it's going. Okay. That looks good. And how's this one looking? Alright, it's all looking good. Alright. Just take a quick drink. Alright, so this is part 4 of developing an instruction set simulator. For anybody who wants to check the code out, the code is up on GitHub. The link is in the description, and you can take a look at it. Right now it doesn't build because at the end of last weekend we figured out how we were going to perform our operations, and as a result we have to redo how we're going to get data out of the registers. So what we'll do is we'll make sure everything's working today and get it compiling and hopefully get some math done. So we'll get started on that. We'll make sure that everything is doing what we wanted. We'll go through this again and make sure everything's okay. So this is the main file that we were using last time, one that we were playing around with. So we have, if it's a value, you want to just grab the value. Otherwise, we want to just return the value in the register. And then all this stuff here is all pre-configured. This is what we're going to want to, this is the other part where we're going to want to modify the get arguments part. And we're going to want to make sure that it's only returning what it needs to return. So we're going to have to pass around a whole bunch more information than we want. I mean, we were originally, and we'll have to play around with it. So here we have, so in here what we want to do is if it's just the one argument, we want to get the argument, and in here if it's 2 arguments, we want to get both of them, and if it's 3, we want to get all of them. And we're just going to remove all this stuff in here because we're going to change how it all works. So it lets us remember that we have to change all of it and get it all working. So we'll remove all that, and then we'll remove all of these as well, because we're going to change how all these accept arguments and the likes. So we'll just reset it all and reconfigure it all as we need. So we have our command block, and so what we want is we want to get one argument if it's only got the one argument. If it's got 2 arguments, we want to get both of them, and if it's got 3, we want to get 3. Make sure we're using the right names. Alright, so I just got a bit of a cold today. Been having it for roughly a week here, and it's been making things a little bit tough. But so if we want to get the argument, if we only need the one argument, we want to get it. We need to have the line. So we need the line that the argument is in, and then we need the command, so we can fill in the register values into the command and then that should be everything that we need. So now we go up here and we set it off, so we can take a line and a command. And there we go. Okay, so now that we have that, let's open up our command block, our command struct. So we have argument 1, argument 2, and argument 3. So argument 1, and the way we've been doing this is we've been using copy characters. So what we've got to do is we will minimize these for now, so you can see our argument 1 and our copy characters. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to basically want to duplicate how these work. So we're going to want a string with argument, and it's going to be a child pointer, malloc, and then arg. I think it's arglen. Yeah, arglen. And then we're going to want to copy characters. Our terminator is going to be a comma, and then arglen offset is going to be arg1 offset. Offset. Destination is going to be arg, and source is going to be line. So this is just using the functions we wrote last time that will use indexing to, or use our indexing stuff to check the position and make sure we're taking just the first argument. And then arg2 offset equals index, and then these can be void now since we're not returning anything. And then now that we have the offset returned, we can now, instead of returning label, what we're going to do is we're going to go command arg1 equals, and because it's a char, we have to convert the value in arglen to a char. So arglen is going to either be a register, R3, or it's going to be a value. So what we've got to do is we've got to figure out which it is, and that's why we have getarg. So getarg is going to take a string argument, and it's going to return the character, which is going to go into the command block. So command arg1 equals getarg, and then the arg. And now we go up here and we have to actually write this part. So what you've got to do is you've got to first check if arg0 equals $. Yeah, reg indicator actually. We have a block constant for that. So if it does, what we want to do is we want to return what's in register number whatever. So we want to switch arg2, and then case 0, case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. And if we go back to here, we have our registers. So we only have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. And case 0, we will return current. So we need to include registers.h. Include registers.h, and then from there we can return current registers register 0. And because it's a static inside of the registers file, it will always contain, it'll always have the necessary it always have the constant register values. They'll always be or they'll always remain throughout file changes. So if we modify a different file, we're guaranteed to have it in this file as well. So that's why we have it there, as opposed to somewhere else or passing it around. So, and then we can just return register 2. Alright, so that's returning the value in a register if we want to return that. If it's a value, though, what we want to do is we want to take the value and we want to convert it into so char return unsigned char a2i arg. So typically you don't want to have your returns like this, but I mean, it doesn't, in the long run, it's not going to change a whole lot. We're going to be writing the same amount of code, so 2 extra lines doesn't really make a difference, but now it's going to return either the value as an unsigned char, or it's going to return the value in the register we specified. So now what we can do is we can set up all of these to basically get their argument and then call the respective function for which argument they need to get. So char arg equals char arg len, and then copy characters arg len arg1 offset arg line. So this is just copying out exactly what was before. arg3 offset equals index, and then command arg2 so what we want to do is we first want to make sure we're calling get arg1, get one argument, and then line command. And then once it gets the first argument, then we can get the second argument, because all of this will be offset. So this wants to be 2. All of these will be offset, and then we can do arg2 equals get arg. And then for 3, the exact same thing as above, but we will make sure that we're using all the third specifics, so line, command, and then copy characters, comma again. So this should actually be, instead of a tab, does not equal term. And then this one actually wants to be, instead of a comma, we want it to be new line. Because it's not going to terminate with a comma at the end of the line, it's going to terminate with a new line instead. So we want to make sure we're doing that. We don't need to set another offset. And then we can do command arg3 equals get arg. Set up like the rest. Alright, so now these will get the arguments that they need to get. And we'll make sure that our command parser.h has all the right function declarations. Oh, there is none. Alright. So now if we build it, let's see what kind of errors we get. not all control paths return the value. Oh, it's unsigned. That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't give us too many problems. Unresolved external symbol and I think that's because we're using actual. I think because we're using actual assembly commands, that's giving us errors with the assembly operations. Unresolved external symbol not and it's all linker errors. So I think it might have to do with this here. So where's our arithmetic ops.c? Operations.h. Excuse me. So where do I have my jump table? That is in one of these header files. Here we go. Void command handle void. And that's operations, which should be fine. But I am wondering if it's because let's try removing these and see. Well, we'll try changing just jump and see if it fixes it. Oh, it's gotta have yes now everywhere. And this one is located in operations. Jump. Let's do add. I'll try changing ads. Add underscore s. Oops. And this is just to see if alright, there we go, finally. We're just doing this to see if the problem with the linker is trying to link to actual assembly instructions as opposed to no, it's having problems linking these. Alright, so remove all this for now and we'll try to figure out what's going on. Operations. Alright, so save everything. Jump is undefined s. Alright, so maybe it's all these nulls here. Let's try removing these nulls and see what happens. No, that's not it. Shouldn't have been. So it must be something with how this is handled. Oh, doc. Okay, so these are fine. These are fine. Mhm. I wonder. Oh, let's try building now. Why is it not finding these? Hmm. These should be pretty simple for it to find. They are right there. So for some reason it's not finding these commands. How did we do the stop and such? Let's take a look at that. State machine. So we have idle, power on, stop, pause, resume, exit. And those are in state machine.c. We have them there. We need to include this, I bet. Let's try that. Let's go to operations, arithmetic ops, include. Let's try that. Null is undefined. Put zeros in. I just want to put something in that's actually, I got a great idea. What we can do is not implemented void, and that can just be a add a new item, a C file. We'll call it I don't even know what to call it. We'll call it we'll just call it miscops.c. We'll include where's our arithmetic ops? We'll include operations. H. Include registers. I don't need registers, we need command. So the reason we didn't include command index is because that's where our jump table is, and our jump table needs to be included as well, so that it can match all the symbols in the table to make sure that it's calling the right function as well. And that's why we're having errors before with all of these being not able to be linked, was because we had them linking to operations.h, but we didn't have them linking to these command handles here, which is why it was giving us issues. So we'll copy that, and we'll go to misc_ops. We'll implement this to just include stdio.h fprintf. We'll just do standard error const char no operation implemented yet, and then there. So that's just in case we need to, just for these here, not implemented, and that's just so that we can, so we'll find 0, replace it with not implemented. Alright, and we'll just shift these down into a new line here, and then here. That's fine. Excuse me. And then we'll replace all these nulls as well. Null with not implemented. Alright. So now just before we're using these as spacers so that when we index in, we can use these values, and it'll be a little bit nicer it's just to keep these knots and whatnot, and all the other instructions we have. It's to keep them in the indexes we have for them. Where is it here? Command index, I think it is. Command index. Where's command index here? Yes, here. So here we have it at stop is 0, pause is 1. So you want to have them indexing at those locations, because that way we can use it for parsing as the number of arguments they have. So it's with the first number 3, first number 2, first number 1, that's the number of arguments they have, and then we can also index using that number right into our jump table. So this not implemented is just a way to get around the null not working as being able to put in there. So it still failed, so what error do it this time? Parameter list, not a type list. Oh, we gotta have a data. So 7. And we still have issues. So git command and command parser. Parser.h. We do. So we're having a lot of problems with linking, and those are my favorite errors to solve. Pin this now, just to kind of. So we're getting the same one we had before, and I don't know why we're getting that. We'll have to dig through it again. See what we can all find. Commands already defined. If that changes anything. Yeah, so making that static is trying to define it more than once, and that causes problems apparently. So making it static just only defines it the one time. But I'm wondering maybe we should make all these. Make all these static. I wonder if that makes a difference here. No, that still does the same thing. So I wonder why it's giving me these problems again. MISC-ops, operations, command index, arithmetic operations command index, operations.h. Oops. Something is not right here. I don't know what it is. Add and jump not or XOR. Let's try commenting this out and see what kind of errors we get from doing that. We should get a bunch of them. Yeah, undeclared identifier. Yeah, okay, so we need those. So that's not where it lies. Get command already defined in command parser.obj. So command parser I feel like there's another function somewhere else called getCommand. And that's why getCommand is having problems. Let's check out our state machine. I think in state machine we have right there, getCommand. Boom. So because this one has because this one's called getCommand and the other one's called getCommand, what's happening is it's creating two symbols for the same for the same function. And it's we'll call this get command information, because it's getting the information for the command and not the command itself. Alright, so now he's got to deal with these unresolved external symbols here and why they are having problems. Let's find out where they're all being referenced from. Okay, add. State machine. Okay, so here we go. Let's go to the top here. So if and. So we have arithmetic ops, command parser, MISC ops, and state machine. So inside state machine, which calls information. And command index, let's include operations, F7 it, and error list. So it's still giving the same problem. So let's keep going through, see if we can figure out why. Let's include it in here. Include operations. And still, so command parser has it, MISC ops has it, state machine has it, arithmetic ops has it. So, this is command index. having all these problems? I'm just getting tired of reading at the bottom. So let's close all these. Let's see. So these are all for one. So state machine object is having problems linking, and that's because of what? Let's see. Operations command index. I wonder. So file reader, you've got what you need. Operations registers command index. That's static now. See, arithmetic ops has what it needs. That's. These should be down in here, and that should be up there. Keep that organized. All right, state machine. All you need is state machine. Alright, file reader. Yeah, you only need file reading. So it's these four that are having the problems. I don't know when this one calls. Needs any of those. That'll need it for that. And this one isn't. It's misc ops. That's the other one. So misc ops. Now, not implemented isn't one of the ones that's in there. It's all these other ones that are in there. Let's go to command index. Maybe that'll shed some light on some things here. So command index, stop isn't in there, pause isn't in there, resume isn't in there, exit isn't, jump is, not is, add is not. Oh. I think I know what it is, and I think it's because we only have arithmetic operations for those ones. So, okay, so it's because we don't actually have any definitions for these. Okay, so that was a lot longer than it should have taken. So let's do a new item. We'll call it logical ops. Oh, we don't want a C++ file. Let's remove, delete. We'll add source file, and we'll call it logicalops.c. And we'll include excuse me, command index and in operations. And we need a void for and void jump. Oh, no, we want not void data, void or void data. and void XOR. So those are our logical operations. Now if we build that, those ones should go away. Yep. Alright, now we need one for conditional ops. And we'll include operations and command index and void jump void data. Alright, so now we got that. Succeeded. Alright. So let's see what happens if we actually try running it. Alright, path to file. New line. New line, new line. Maybe that didn't work. Break. Okay, let's see what happened there. File reader. Let's make sure we're going into interactive mode. So stop. You can go back down to the bottom. Oh, it's so big. Much smaller. Alright, let's try running it. Alright. Path to file. Interactive mode. Okay. And step through. So boom. Alright, process state change. Boom. Alright, and now go in. Alright, get command information. Line. Oh, I don't want to go through all that. Okay, malloc. Alright, line equals parse file. Let's go back to file reader. Don't want that. File reader. Oh, that's the H. We want the C. Alright, file reader. Parse file. We should prompt in here. So in interactive mode, printf stdio stdin out. Okay, so what was happening was it was asking us to enter a line, but we didn't know we were supposed to enter a line. So we can take that breakpoint out, continue. Oh, and now here, so you can go add 10 or R1, 10, and 10. Alright, so it broke. Break. Where did it break? Oh, get command. Looking for a tab. Alright, so let's see. Let's go right there. Alright, stop. So we want to, we guess, we should actually go to file reader here. So this line, so we don't want to copy the whole line, because the line we read in will have our prompt character and a space in it. So we want to remove both of those and then pass the rest of the line. So we need to remove prompt line. So I'll create a function right here. Removes the prompt from the line in interactive mode. move prompt void char line. And we're going to want to take this and cut it and move it here. So that was only done in interactive mode. So we want stir and copy, I believe, only copies starts from 0. Let's see, stir and copy, or copy portion of string C. I want to see if I can do it. sprintf. Could use that. What we can do, we can either sprintf. Let's see. Should we use sprintf? Sprintf get middle of string. Let's see what it says. Alright, so I think I got it here. So what we want to do is we want to go sprintf. Actually, snprintf. Did I have that here? Undefined. Well, then what we'll do, since we're only copying, we can we go int I equals 2. I is 4. I is less than stir len. Do I not have? Actually, I need. Oh, I have st. Yeah, an st. Wonder where it's included. snprintf. It's in stdio. So we don't have snprintf because Visual Studio and its specifications. Could write it ourselves, but no thanks. Why don't I have stirlen though? Oh, I need string. Include string.h. So let's go. Maybe now I have sprintf. Oh, there we go. I got it. No, I don't still. Okay, well, whatever. I is less than stirlen line I plus plus. And then, oh, I should put 4. Line I minus 2 equals line I. And then so that'll move everything over to, and then what we'll do is do line stirlen minus 2. Is it minus 2? Yeah, minus 2 equals null, and line strlen -1 equals null terminator. We should. Alright. Okay, so now it should remove the first two characters and put two new null terminators at the end. And then just to we'll just print out the line to make sure that it's formatting properly how we want it to. So we'll print entered command set S and then line. That's right now. Okay. Enter add R3 10 10. Alright, so remove the first two. Maybe it doesn't read that. Let's try, maybe I'm wrong with how it's reading it. Let's try it now. Maybe I'm just confused here. Add R3 10 10. Yeah, so it does only read that part. Okay. So stop. So what we should do here is we should actually how do we command parser here? Let's see. Okay. So get command checks for tab. But what if we don't have a tab? So get command. These are copy characters. While source index is not equal terminal. So it checks for, so it reads those number of characters anyways. Let's try. Add R3 10 10. Stop. Did I uncomment that? We don't want that at all. So we don't need this. We don't need that. Right, so now let's start running it now. Okay, so I get local debugger. Right. So new line, interactive mode, add R1 is destination, actually R0, and then we'll add 10 to 10. Okay, so we're in here. Alright, so while, because this is for get label, right? What called it? Get label should be the first one. If it does not equal tab. Oh, so it's reading the label. So it reads the label in first. So if it's in interactive mode, we should force a tab in there, first things first. Because if it's in interactive mode, we won't be reading it the same way. So what we'll do is we will line we should do line equals char line temp line max, so line t 0 equals, and then stir cat destination line we should go stir copy line t line, and then line 0 equals tab. So this is basically copying it over to a temporary buffer, putting a tab in the first place, and then stir cat destination line t. And then I'll basically put line on the end of this, or line 10, put the line at the end. So now, if we go to command parser, we should skip that part because it should be true. So now if we go, enter, add R3, R0, 10, 10. Right, so line index, line is what? Should be a tab. Oh, we'll step into, no, it's still getting the label because why is that? Let's try again. Let's see what happens. Actually, let's stop it. Let's put a print out here. So cancel. And we'll print entered modified to %s, and then line. Now let's check it out. So enter add R3 10 10. Right, so stir copy line t equals blah, line equals exactly what we want. So now we step out. Alright, stop. Enter add R0 10 10. Okay, so line is what we want it to be. So now line t is what we want it to be. Okay. And now line 0 should be a tab. Yes, it's a tab. Okay. So now if we can concatenate all of this into there. Oh, it puts it at the end. Let's do this then. Line 1 equals. So I think it goes to the null terminator, the first null terminator. Let's try now. I'm pretty sure it starts copying the first null terminator. R0 10 10. Right, step over, step over, step over. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Next. Now we look here. Tab add. Perfect. Now we continue. Boom, we go here. And why is that? Because this line here is complete gibberish. So why is this line complete gibberish? Let's find out. Alright, so where do we call parse line from? I think it's from state machine. Let's see what it gets back here. So continue. Okay, we can close that one. Continue. Line equals blah 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 blah. So now parse command, that's down here. So line so how'd it change now all of a sudden? Now it changed. What caused it to change? Stop. Let's make all of our lines const. I don't think we're changing it anywhere. So we're just making them constants so that they're never modified. We're not modifying them anyways. And having them, since we're not modifying them, we can keep them as constants, and that may fix the error we're having where it's randomly just so much different. Okay, so source is a constant. Let's see now. Enter. Oh. Line is just random. Perfect. R 0 10 10. Okay, so command line is perfect. It's going to parse command right into there. Step into. So line is what? Line is perfect. Alright, so step into. Oh, step out. Line changed. Line changed from here to here. Why is that? Let's see. Right, step out. 0 10 10. Alright, so step into. Boom. And then step over. Continue. Line. And then line changed again. How does line change in that little bit of time? We're passing in let's try that. It's a little bit excessive, but it's probably worth it. Continue. Add. No, it still changes. So what's changing it? What could possibly be changing line? Let's just do this as a test right now. Input line. Now let's see what happens if we do that. And parser.c. Do you have string? Where's the error now? I think this has to be down here. Yeah. So silly. Alright, so step into, and then line is that, step into, step over. Now input is blah, line is that. What's going on? So now input equals this random thing too. Why? This doesn't make any sense. Stop. Stir copy. This is the strangest issue I've ever had with C. Fine. Hey, maybe this time it's gonna work. This time it worked. So it must be something with the malloc. That's my only explanation. There we go. Alright. Step over. Step over. Break the variable. CMD was corrupted. How was it corrupted? Let's see. Stack around. Okay, the stack was. Let's stop. Let's remove our breakpoints. And arithmetic ops. And then we'll do state machine. No, we will. Buffer overrun has occurred. Ooh, a buffer overrun. Uh-oh. That's always nice. Oh, where's our command parser in here? Okay. So let's check this out. I bet you it's one of these. I bet you anything. Let's take a look. So we got enter, add, 0, 10, 10. Alright, so index equals 0, offset is 0, equals index. Alright, so continue. We can close that. Continue. Alright, so dest index. Index is 1, offset is 0. What's destination? Get command. Maybe this one should be. No, that should be fine. Or breakpointers. Let's start again. Alright. Yes. Okay. No. Already break it now. Oh. Yes. Enter. Add. R. 0. 10. 10. Okay, so let's see. Index 0. Offset 0. Perfect. Index 1. Offset 0. Index 2. Offset 0. Step over. Index 3. Five minus 0 is less than 5 minus 1. 4. We must be from a different place now. What does command equal? Let's try again just in case. Enter, add, 0, 10, 10. So continue. 1, 2, right? 2, 3, 4. Index. My while loop is broken, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Okay, so while. This should be an AND. I always mess up my ORs and my ANDs in while loops. Always, every time. Add R0, 10, 10. An operation is. I think that didn't work. R0, 10, 10. Okay, so if the source index equals terminating character, break. Why is this not triggering even? Let's try again. Boom, add R0, 10, 10. source because it's a tab. So if this does not equal tab, then we need to skip it. So we should set command offset equals 1. Break, stop. Okay, so we weren't skipping the tab, so it was breaking on the very first character. So let's try again. So let's try add r0, 10, 10. Okay, so now we should have source index equals 0 does not equal term, which it will. We need index. We need to increment index as well. Okay, so let's stop. Increment index plus plus. Try again. Add r0, 10, 10. Okay, so now index 1. How does index still equal 0? Oh, this should be in an else block. Okay, let's check for label. Don't have label. Need to skip these, or need to set these up to skip without opening tab. Alright, so now we should be able to hopefully make more progress. 10, 10. Alright, so let's see. Boom, source. Index is 1, so source 1 is A. Alright, so continue. So index minus 1. I think offset should still be 0. Where is dest? No, dest is add. There should be no spaces. So source does not equal terminal or source index does not equal space. So that's just to make sure that it's not a space or a terminating character. We can run this. R0, 10, 10. Right. Let's continue. So destination is add with a space at the end still. Unable to read. What's going on? We're stepping through too fast, I guess, to see, but we can take that and make that an and as well. Break that. Alright, let's see. Add. Okay. Continue. Step over. So add. is our thing. So step over, step over. Okay, so copy characters, get command is done. Now argv1 offset equals 5. So get op. We step over, boom, in here. Is this supposed to be equals 0? So continue, boom. Okay, now it's operation add, return add, okay. So return op. Okay, so no. C is op 30. Is that what it should be? Add, yes, 30, yeah, okay, so that's right. Alright, now let's try our argument stuff. Okay, step over. Oh. Did it do it right? Let's see. C. argv1 is wrong. Pretty sure. So step in. Oh, it's got to get 3 command. Okay, so 3 arguments. Okay, so step into. Alright. Step into. Okay, so step over that. Get 2 arguments. Well, there's our problem. We're passing in our destination, source. So step into. Okay, let's try again. Restart. So r add r0 10 10. Okay. Close that. Okay, so so I want to go down here and walk through this. Continue. Okay, so get 3 arguments. Get 2 arguments. Get 1 argument. And then copy, copy, copy. Okay, so continue. Oops. Continue. Okay, so continue. Get 1 argument. Okay, copy. So source. Oh, why is our source that? I bet you it's this malloc thing again. What is with malloc not working? Arglen. Whoops. Arglen. Stop. Let's try this now. Alright, so continue. This is filling add. Boom. Operation is add. Alright, so now we're checking for, so it's got 3 arguments for this function for adding. Okay, so we get 2 arguments, get 1 argument. Alright, now source is what? Source is the exact same thing. Y label max. Restart. Let's see what line. Oh, let's stop it and recompile it. Enter, add, R0, 10, 10. Okay, so continue, add, boom, done. Alright, done. Alright, so line is wrong, maybe? Why is it shorter? It shrank. Let's continue anyways. So continue, copy, or get 1 argument. Line is right. Get line changed again. Why does it change as we pass it along? Again, enter, add, R0, 10, 10. Alright, continue. So first of all, line shrank. Remove the last argument completely. And now line is changed again. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'll have to look into that, and I'll have to see if I can find a solution for that for next week. But I guess that's what we'll call it this time, because can't really progress much further until we solve that. So we'll see what happens. Let's see what I can figure out this week, and yeah, stop debugging. Yeah, we'll take another look at it next week, and we'll hopefully have an idea of what's going on and why it's even causing that issue. So we'll just commit the code real quick, so anybody wants to find it online can find it, and then yeah, we'll see what happens. Got everything building, line, passing, broken. Alright, so we'll commit it, and then we'll sync it. So that's what we got this time. We got some work done, got everything building, and now we just got to figure out why the line passing isn't working. So I'll have to take a look into that, and it might be just something to do with Windows as usual, but we'll play around with it. I'll see what happens. I'll build some test cases and see what happens, but so that'll be it for this time. And if you guys enjoyed it, I'll be back next week again, most likely. We'll see what happens for sure, but if you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you again then. But otherwise, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.